What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another glorious day over here at Skiff Land. It's a little bit of a gloomy day. We got some rain on the horizon, but we might use it to our advantage, yank the boat out there and give her a nice wash down. She needs it. We're like right there at the end, and now she just needs a wash and some final touches, and then she's ready to go. I got some hose for the bilge pump. That way we have a nice working bilge pump. That's huge. I got some deck cleaner to hopefully get all these stains out. And then I need to plug in the nav lights. I need to drop that motor down on the jack plate a little bit more. And then pretty sure she's good to go. It's been a fun project, but I'm gonna be happy to get to that finish line because boop, I'm ready to fish, man. Ready to fish. Finish all this up, wait for some nice weather, and then get out there, toss a couple lines, pull up to a sandbar, maybe cook a little grub, have a lot of fun. The fun portion of boat building. Getting out there, testing the boats, getting a little sunburn. That's what it's all about, really. I also got some industrial WD-40, got up there, rinsed her down. Now she's quiet. Dude, you can't even tell the fan's on anymore. Compared to the last couple of videos, she's a little squeaky. She's tapping a little, but that's just because those metal flaps on the outside, sometimes they tap. I can't do anything about that, but as far as the squeak, I got that industrial WD-40, Harbor Freight, $9.99, and she's real quiet. We're gonna see how long it lasts though. What I need to do is have some kind of on-standing competition with spray lubricants to see which one's the best, because the old like standard WD-40, it didn't last that long. This one's industrial. It says it's made for this kind of stuff, but we'll see. I mean, the other day I didn't have anything, so I sprayed some Goo Gone up there just to get a little wet, and that actually worked for a couple days. But hopefully I can get a solid couple days out of this per spray. But next we're gonna get to some more thick lubricants, if that makes sense. And we'll see if we can eliminate this issue once and for all. I'm not the landlord. I'm not gonna get up there and change a fan, belt, or gear or anything like that. I'll leave that up for old boy collecting the cash. But okay, all right. Let's get to work. I'm gonna wheel her out. So now that we got some breathing room back here, I'm gonna go ahead and just tackle lowering that motor on the jack plate before I forget. I don't know why. It's not like an excuse. I'm not yanking anybody's chain. I literally forget to do that every day. So while I'm here, I'm gonna do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Got to drop down the 115. Gonna layer on a tire just for a little bit. Whoa. Layer down right over here. Yank this one up. You know what I'm talking about. Brief pause in the action. I'm editing the video in the truck right now, and I'm noticing that pretty much half of the clips in this video have no sound at all. Probably because I was listening to music and I would bounce back and forth. And I don't know, Bluetooth had something to do with it, maybe. I don't know, but there's no sound in a lot of the clips. So I'm gonna speed them up so it's not super boring, but I still want you to kind of see what I was doing. So I'm gonna leave them in there. So there's gonna be some quiet parts. I just wanted to let you know it's not your phone or your TV malfunctioning. It's on me. So my apologies. I wish I could put music over it, but I don't know what music I can put over clips without getting copyrighted. But so hopefully, hopefully you still enjoy the quiet clips, but that's just let you know. I love this cherry picker, man. It changed my life. I need a chain though. I need to treat her as good as she's been treating me. I need to get her a chain. Take all the stress off of this. Ugh. All right. She gonna get us where we need to go though. Even if it's a little squirrely. All right. I got all 4 bolts out. She is hanging freely. I pulled the jack plate wires back through, and I brought this battery over here just so it's easier to access, lifting it up and down to clear this bolt over here. If you remember in the first video, this bolt right here stops this bolt from coming out. So I have all that over here. Made it easier, but she's free hanging. Now I can, you know, bolt it up correctly. Bink. I'm starting on this side. That way I can lower the motor with my left hand while I put the bolt in with my right. Hopefully it goes smooth. Was just moving the motor back over here, found this loose nut. Took me a little while to figure out where it came from, but she snuck off down here. Glad I noticed that. Even this one right here is about to come off. I've been over here underneath this thing acting like it's nothing. Whatever. She took a little bit of adjusting. Finally got her where I want her, tilting her up so I can lower her down on the jack plate to her final resting place for now. So I got up pretty early this morning and I was cruising Facebook Marketplace and I stumbled across this truck, which I love selling trucks, dude. Facebook Marketplace, I find a little truck that needs a little work, nothing too crazy, but just a quick flip, dude, I'm on it. I'm on it. And this Chevy Colorado popped up on Marketplace for $2,000, which is obviously a no-brainer. It was black, it looked good. I usually sell those for this particular year and mileage for around $5,000. So obviously I messaged him and I was like, I'm on the way, what's the address? I have cash in hand. The only description said, runs good. I was like, I'm in. So he sends me the address, and it's pretty decent address, nothing too crazy, not on the bad side of town or whatever. So I grab some cash and I head over. I head over to him and I pull up to the truck. It looks great. From the outside, looked great. Shiny black paint. Everything was all good. I looked under, no rust. Everything looked good and it all looked like it was there. From the exterior, from what I could see, the windows were tinted, so I'm looking in. Everything looks pretty good. Even the interior was nice. And he's not coming outside. And I'm texting him. I'm like, I'm here. 5 minutes goes by, nothing. 10 minutes. Hey, I'm out here checking out the truck. Nothing. 15 minutes. I say, hey, if you don't come out, you know, in the next couple minutes, I'm probably going to head home. And lo and behold, I hear out of the back, I hear just some crusty little whistle. I turned around and this dude walking out in some gym shorts, no boxers, but sagging a little bit. Half a butt cheek hanging out, no shirt, no shoes, no nothing. Just some crusty old gym shorts walking out with a half-smoked cigarette. You can tell he just picked up a cigarette butt off the ground somewhere. Didn't even have his own cigarette. And he's walking up to me, smoking his little cigarette, and he says, it's a 5-cylinder. Come again? He said, yeah, it's 5-cylinder. Oh, well, never heard of it. And he starts saying, hey, the old 5-cylinder, you know, it used to have a 4-cylinder in it, but I sold that motor for some extra money. I took it out, took some parts off, sold that motor for some extra money, sold the catalytic converters and everything, made a little extra money, and then I found a motor in a different truck. I think it's a 5-cylinder. Threw it in there, but I didn't put any fuel injectors, and I didn't put any of the sensors back in, so she don't crank. Come again? Brother, ran into a crazy one. Facebook Marketplace, Sunday morning fiasco. He started saying, you know, I'll go grab the keys. I'll show you what it does whenever you put the key in. Brother, I thought it runs good. He was still trying to talk while I was walking away. I was like, man, have a good Sunday, you know? Have a good one. I'm gonna have to pass on it, brother, but have a good one. So yeah, that was my Sunday morning. Is what it is. Could have had me a good one for $2,000, but I don't know about the old 5-cylinder that doesn't even crank. Other news though, we got the motor hung where it needs to be. I don't know what I was thinking, having it up so high previously. I don't know. It was a rookie mistake. But now that we got one project finito, we're gonna work on this bilge pump. I mean, the bilge pump's all good. I'm literally just gonna put 2 hose clamps. One hose clamp to lock her in, and then figure out a way to maybe unscrew one of these, screw a hose clamp right here. That makes the most sense to me. Let me grab a hose clamp. Where my hose at? One of the better investments I've ever made. This Harbor Freight box of hoses. That one looks pretty good. Might even be able to find a better fit. Hey-o. Works for me. Come on. Hopefully it's the right size hose. To be honest, I didn't even check. She's on there. Let me use the other hand for a second, brother. Give me just 1 second. Oh, I don't like that cracking sound, let me tell you. I think that should be all right. There's not crazy PSI going through here, so she's on there about 1 inch. For some reason, she stopped going down. Ugh. Ugh. That might be the best we're gonna get. All right. That should be all right. Oh yeah, she ain't going nowhere. Ain't going nowhere. Maybe got a couple feet too long. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. All right. So my idea: take this screw out. And then screw through the bottom of this hose clamp. And then just have it right here. This one's a little bit bigger, so we got a little wiggle room. I broke 2 of those spokes out just so there's room for the screw to pass through. Just screwed her in. Definitely not going anywhere, but with that washer and everything, let's see if she'll pass through. Might be a little tight. Dude, what if I just left it like this? I can't find any other saw that I own right now. So, jigsaw it is. I'm so glad I noticed this before I moved any further. I'm over here working on the plumbing, which I'm actually really proud of. Looks sick, and I hope that works. I'm over here and I see this is going to stop the jack plate from going all the way down. I'm glad I didn't even try it. I would have been mad confused as to why it wasn't going anywhere. But rats, dude. Don't know what to tell you. Other than chopping those off, I literally don't know what to tell you. I don't necessarily want to chop them off. Might have to, honestly, because I'd be right back to where I was. Kinda. Well, if I went up here, so down here, and then up one, so lift this up, I guess that would equal out to where it needed to be. That's aggravating because honestly it took a while to adjust that how it needed to be. Rats, man. Whatever, it is what it is. I would say give me 30 minutes and then I'll check back in. After sitting here for so long and doing math and science and chemistry, I've come to the conclusion that I gotta chop these nubs off for it to have the perfect ride height. Because we're almost there right now, and I would like to just keep it how it is and be able to lower it and go higher. That's what I wanna do. So, I'm gonna chop these nubs off so that it'll be perfect in the future. And I'm actually really happy with that decision. I'm gonna get the grinder. I got the angle grinder out. I'm gonna do some hood rat stuff. Don't panic, it's gonna be great. Got risky. Also, I had to bring the wiring stuff back out because I accidentally messed up one of the grounds for the motor, but it's okay. I reestablished the ground. Honestly, even made it a little bit better. So everything happens for a reason. The ground that was on there seemed like it's about to come off anyway. So better fix it right now than on the water wondering what's going on. This is it, by the way. Now everything in the back of the boat is complete. These nubbies got chopped. Now it can be lowered and raised appropriately, so that's fantastic. It's on the jack plate where I want it. It's on the boat where I want it. Everything back here is all good. And now the bilge pump is all hooked up and ready to go. Now I can move forward to those nav lights. And I'm gonna make a little diagram because I see it in my mind so clearly, but when I try to explain it, I feel like it comes out a little bit silly. So I'm just gonna make a little drawing. And this is gonna be your 12-volt battery. Bink, bink. And then let's say this is gonna be your accessory. Bink. And then this is your switch panel. Bink. And then this is, let's put the bus bar right here. That's the bus bar. Okay, so if you want to power this thing, it has two little, connectors on the bottom. I don't even know what they're called. I'll show you over here. So there's two little connectors that will need these fittings. I got a big pack like this, that way I didn't know it was kind of like a one size thing. It's a one size thing up here, but it's different sizes here for different size gauge wire. But you need a couple of these because these hook on to these connectors on the bottom of your accessory. Now, one, like the power wire on the accessory goes to the switch panel, and on the back of the switch there's two more of these things. So, and then the negative does not go to the switch panel, it goes to the bus bar. And then the bus bar goes to the negative side of the battery. And then the positive from your switch panel goes to the positive side of your battery. I'm pretty stoked on this diagram. It's been in my head, and I figured that was the easiest way to, put it out there. Because, I don't know, I'm trying to make it as simple as possible for the next project. When I forget how to do all this stuff, I can just come back and rewatch this. But this is from switch panel to accessory. I'm pretty sure I got that right. My biggest confusion was when I got to the switch panel, my particular switch panel did not have any negative wires already on the back. I didn't know that this switch panel specifically needed a bus bar. I see other switch panels on videos and whatnot. This was the switch panel from Academy. This one, I think it's Marine Raider or something, but there was no negative on the switch panel at all. So I got really confused. So this is for a switch panel that has no negative on the back, but even if you do have negative on the back, you still could do this way to the bus bar. I don't know if that's recommended or not, but this is how you do it with this particular switch panel. So I have two accessories that need power right now because there's a nav light on the left and one on the right, and they both need constant power at the same exact time. So let me do this again. So we got the battery. This is going to be negative. This is going to be positive. We have the switch panel that is already in place, and then we're going to have two lights that need to go down to the switch panel. So I'm going to go, and then this is the bus bar. Negative to negative, and I'm going to have like a little connector. These are going to be combined. And then positive to positive onto the switch. These are going to be combined as well with one of these little spade connectors. I believe it's called a spade connector. I don't know. But it's going to go to one of these spade connectors together. But I'm going to use the blue lights switch. So all three of those things actually. So this accessory as well, blue lights, is all going to go to the same spade connector. And then this spade connector is going to go to the back of the switch panel right in that spot. So all three of these things are going to have power. I already have the negative to the blue lights already over here at the bus bar, but these are brand new, so these are going to have their own connectors straight to the bus bar. But this light right here, this light right here, and this light right here are all going to be connected. 3 power wires coming down. And then all 2, well, there's going to be 4 power wires because there's another blue light over here. All 4 power wires are going to be crimped into one spade connector. So not this one. I'm going to have to use the bigger one. That way I can fit all the wire in there. See how this one is bigger than this red one? The red wire, red gauge, I guess, is smaller, so I can't fit 4 wires in there, but I can in this one. I honestly probably should even have a bigger one, but I think I can cram it all in there and it'll be just fine because this is all low voltage stuff. The 2 blue lights and the nav lights are going to be super low voltage. So I don't know if that works or for you or not, but that was in my mind, and now it's out here on some cardboard. Hopefully it makes sense, because I don't know, I'm obviously not a pro at this stuff, but keeping it as simple as possible is what got me through it. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll check back in with you, and hopefully when I turn that switch on, all 4 things are gonna light up. I just made my negative wire. This is what's gonna go straight to the bus bar. So bus bar right here, and then this negative is going to go to the one on the left, and this negative is going to go to the one on the right. So bus bar and then negative, negative. I'm making it all out here because it's kind of cramped in there. So now I need to make the power wires. So I need to go grab some more wire, but I'm gonna put 2 of these on each side, and then I'm going to have to go in there so I can get that spade connector on all 4. Bing, 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 bing. So this is everything that I'm bringing over here. I'm bringing over my heat gun, my wire strippers and crimpers, my heat shrink. All right, so bus bar cover needs to come off. You see up here, my 2 nav lights have wires hanging out. So I need to get in there and do a little snip, snip, and then connect everything together. And then I'll grab that 1 spade connector off of the back of the switch panel. But it's gonna be super cramped in here. I'm gonna try my best. I just finished down here. I left it kind of messy so I could explain everything that I did once more. So, ground wire up here and the ground wire up in that corner, connected those to an eyelet and put it here on the bus bar, okay? And then this positive up top left, that positive top right, the positive to this light and the positive to the other light, I connected all of those with a spade connector, and I connected it to the back of the switch panel. So now, where's that thing for the bus bar? Oh, right here. Just clean her up. All right. Now, I just have to get in there and clean up all the wires. But for now, I can show you that hopefully it works. If I did everything correctly, we should have blue lights and nav lights. Blue lights. Nav lights. Bingo. That was a little extra. I wish I would have done that just at the beginning. I forgot to say also that that particular switch panel has inline fuses for each switch. So I didn't have to add any, like a fuse block or fuse panel, whatever. They already had inline fuses. So it's all good and protected. Got the old girl outside. I'm gonna fill up this bucket with some water and some cleaner. I guess, what is this, non-skid cleaner? I already forgot. Deck cleaner. I'm gonna fill this bucket up with water and deck cleaner, and then just kind of hit it with this really, really abrasive brush, see if I can get it a little more white. All the while, I'm gonna have this plugged back here. Hopefully get enough water back here that I can fire up the bilge pump, see if she works. Man, she looks good, man. Dude, she came a long way. This stuff smelled good and did not burn my nostrils at all. So, who knows if it's gonna work or not. I was gonna do the old bucket, but is this EVA foam safe? What do you think? No bucket necessary. This is what I really want to clean. I want to clean all this up here. Also, is it gel coat safe? Because she just got a good buff and wax. I don't want to mess it up. I don't know. I didn't even read the back. We'll figure it out as we go. Dirty, man. Dirty. I'm going to be the guinea pig for this to see if it is acceptable on EVA foam. Hopefully. A little on top of the Arctic. All right, I'll save a little in there just in case. I have a cut on my finger, and I just got a little on my finger and it didn't even burn. So my expectations are super low. I actually do think it's working really well. The water that's collected is really, really dirty and orange. So I yanked out the plug because I'm gonna let it drain out a little bit so that there's not just yucky standing water in the back end, but then I'll plug it back up, fill it up with clean water, and then go from there. I'm gonna pressure wash the rest of this. This bottle was $16. So by the time I'm done pressure washing, I'll let you know if I think it was worth 16. I'll let you know. The initial results were pretty good, but we'll see. Just finished washing her up. She's definitely a lot more clean, I would say. Water was pooling back there, so I'm gonna have to shop back that out. But it's definitely a lot cleaner. I would not say it's worth $15.99 because in the grand scheme of things, it really only lifted dirt that wasn't stubborn stains. And if you don't have stubborn stains, you're probably not going to spend $15.99 on a little product like this. You're probably just going to use boat wash. So it didn't lift up anything stubborn at all, but it is what it is. She's a lot cleaner than she was, so I'm chill with that. We are now at the segment where we test out the bilge pump. Got a lot of standing water down there. Dude, I'm sure she works. Fingers crossed, dude. I know she was turning on before via switch, so let's see what we got. The moment of truth. Ayo! Dude, I'm so much more happy about this than I probably should be. I'm thrilled that the bilge pump works. I'm thrilled that the nav lights work. I'm thrilled, like we're at the end, brother. I've only been here about 4 hours and she's starting to make noise again. So WD-40 industrial trash. It's some industrial trash. I gave the old Bilge boy a rest and I popped the drain plug. I'm gonna let her sit here and drain for a little while, get nice and dry before I put her in. I'll grab the shop vac as well, help her out. But man, oh man, it's coming to that part of the day, wrapping up. I am very happy with what we did in today's video. I don't know, I've just learned so much with this Baycraft 17.5. I've learned more on this boat than I have in a long time. So I'm super happy that I took the risk on buying it. I remember when I first went and looked at it, I was standing in the boat and I was like, I think I even told the dude, this might be a little bit more of a project than I'm looking for right now, but it's exactly what I needed. Because now I can go into the next boat with so much more confidence, like extreme confidence that I didn't even know that I could have or that I needed. The caliber of boat that I can look at now, boats that need full rewires, you know, every boat I've learned something new. One boat I learned how to do, you know, like detailing exterior, like restoring gel coat. One boat I learned how to do fiberglass. One boat I learned how to hang motors. One boat I learned how to do this. One boat I learned how to do that. One boat I learned how to do trailer work. I've learned so much over this, journey. And now I learned the one thing that I've been putting off for years now, actually, is wiring. So now I'm bummed that I took so long to cross it off the list. So if it's something that you're iffy about, I hope, like, I encourage you to just get out there and just try something chill. Just something simple, nothing crazy. Just start with the trolling motor, start with trailer lights, whatever. But if you just want to make it happen, then go in that center console and just rip out that bird's nest and force yourself to have to do it. That's what I did with here. I'm not gonna lie to you. Behind the scenes, I was texting people, hey, how much would it cost for a rewire? How much? When could you get me in the shop for a rewire? Yada yada yada. Luckily, nobody wanted to do it. Obviously, there's homies from the YouTube channel, but I really don't want to put y'all out. I'm not asking for any handouts. But I also wanted to just force myself to do it, because now I have this feather in the old hat for good. So I'm stoked about it. I'm happy to go into the next project, not scared of anything. Now I don't know what else there is, Oh, this boat also, steering stuff. I never messed with that. Yanked off a steering wheel, put a new steering wheel on there. We did so much with this boat, man. I could sit here and point out everything. Mounted the trolling motor, rewired the trolling motor to a plug. Speakers. I've been talking about throwing speakers on boats and wiring them up to an amp for so long. We finally did it. This center console right here has a huge transformation. Like, I need to find a picture of what this center console looked like at the beginning, because this is like the real evolution of what it could have been. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could have put speakers on the side, but a couple of people actually commented that, and I guess I didn't highlight enough that you can't put a speaker on this side because of this hatch. Although swapping that hatch out for a black hatch might be sweet. I need to do that anyway because the little handle on the bottom is broken off. The Arctic is right at home up front. I'm stoked on the Arctic. Man, I could just talk boats for hours, man. You know me. But I'm not going to hold you up too long. It's Sunday evening. Hopefully you got a nice dinner cooking. Had a good day, had a good weekend. Get ready for the old Monday. Man, it was nice hanging out with you in the shop today. Couldn't do it without you, man. I would be border than heck. Whatever, man. I love you guys. I will see you in the next one. Hopefully we put this boat on the water. Love you guys. Peace. She looks so good, and I'm bummed that the fan's all squeaky. But I was just closing up shop, and I was just thinking about something silly. You know how sometimes if you're walking over to the couch with dinner or whatever, or lunch, you got a sandwich and a bag of chips and a drink. You don't have enough hands for everything that you're walking over to the couch. So sometimes you'll have a bag of chips in your mouth, like walking like this with all the other stuff. And I was just thinking, that's so chill when you're at home. And no big deal at all, because that's like your bag of chips. You know what I'm saying? But I would never, ever, ever, like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, these zip ties are in my possession now. They're from Harbor Freight. They're mine. So doing something like this, not a huge deal. But I would never do that in the store. Even if I was gonna buy it, I wouldn't put anything in, like, from Walmart in my mouth. I would never walk around. Like, for some reason, like, it just doesn't seem as gross here. It seems natural. It doesn't seem as gross walking to the couch with a bag of chips in your mouth at home. But could you imagine walking through Walmart and putting anything in your mouth? That's, I don't know, just a silly thought, I guess. But bear with me just for a second. I'm talking crazy now. I'm shutting everything down. Hopefully it's like, I know the skylight is gonna put a bunch of light in here, which I'm not complaining about, trust me. Oh, it's pretty dark in here. I can also make it super dark on camera. Oh yeah. Obviously, because I made it a lot darker on the camera, it makes it look like it's just right here. But no, it's like there's a lot of blue light around there, brother. Let's see if I can light it back up. There we go. All right, I'm going home. I was here way longer than I thought I would be. Honestly, I told my wife this was going to be a quick bilge pump video, and it turned into lifting the motor up a couple times, cutting the motor, broke a ground wire, had to redo that. The wiring under here was crazy, it was cramped. One thing led to another. I jinxed it at the beginning of the video when I said this was gonna be quick and easy. It is what it is. Love you guys, bye-bye. I guess it's pretty crazy to just be in a position where you did everything that you said you were gonna do. You know what I'm saying? It feels good.